Here is the full speech for the title. Do this and she'll want you instantly. No money needed delivered in the powerful, emotionally resonant, no fluff Jessica Oppre style. Let's start with something real. She doesn't remember your outfit. She doesn't care about the brand of your watch. She barely notices the flex in your words, but what she feels that she never forgets. Presence is everything. It's not just how you enter the room. It's how the room feels when you enter. It's how your energy stretches past your body and commands attention without a word. It's how your silence speaks louder than anyone else's noise. Because when a man is deeply present, calm, centered, grounded in who he is, he doesn't have to prove anything. He doesn't shrink. He doesn't seek. He simply is. She feels it when your eyes meet hers and you don't look away. She notices when you hold space in conversation without needing to dominate it, and that stillness, that calm control over your own energy. It draws her in without trying, because the truth is, women are hypersensitive to energy. It's primal, it's instinctual, and when your presence is rooted, steady, intentional, it sets off something in her nervous system that says, I'm safe here, I'm intrigued here, I'm seen here. And this presence isn't built overnight. It's the byproduct of a man who has done the inner work, who sits with his emotions, who's not afraid of solitude, who doesn't perform for approval, but lives in alignment with something deeper. It's not cocky, it's composed. It's not loud, it's felt. Presence is rare because it can't be bought, borrowed, or faked. And when a woman feels it, she knows. Because that kind of man doesn't ask for attention, he commands you want to know what makes her lean in. It's not your clever lines, it's not how many stories you have. It's not how fast you talk or how smart you sound. It's the intention behind your words and the silence between them. Women are wired to pick up emotional frequency. She listens with more than her ears. She listens with her nervous system, and what she's searching for is truth. When a man speaks with intention, he's not performing. He's not trying to impress her. He's not filling the space out of fear of being misunderstood or forgotten. He's choosing every word because it means something to him, not just because he hopes it'll mean something to her. You see, most men talk to be heard, but a man who knows his own depth, he speaks to be felt. He doesn't interrupt to dominate the room. He doesn't overshare to gain sympathy or approval. He listens. He pauses. He responds from a place of grounded awareness, not emotional reactivity. And that's magnetic. Because when a woman feels you listening with presence, like you're not just hearing her but actually receiving her, something softens in her. She feels safe enough to unfold, to reveal, to connect. Intentional communication isn't about always having the right words. It's about being real with the ones you choose. It's not about volume. It's about vibration. It's the calm clarity in your voice that makes her trust you. It's the emotional self-awareness that tells her, this man knows who he is. I can relax here. She doesn't want noise. She wants resonance. And that doesn't come from trying to say everything right. It comes from speaking the truth, even if it's simple, even if it's still, because when your presence is intentional, your words don't need to chase her. They invite her. Let's get something straight. She doesn't want to be dominated. She doesn't want to be controlled. She doesn't want to feel owned, caged, or managed. But she absolutely wants to feel your masculine edge. She wants to feel your grounded leadership, your stillness, your decisiveness, not because she needs a savior, but because that energy awakens something deep, ancient, and feminine in her. This is called masculine polarity, and it's not about power over her, it's about presence with her. It's the way you move with direction, the way you hold structure, not to confine her, but to provide a safe space for her to expand. It's the way you lead with purpose, not pressure. The way you take initiative without needing to control the outcome. That's what sparks attraction on a primal level. Because masculine polarity isn't loud, it's undeniable. A man in his masculine doesn't flinch when she gets emotional. He doesn't get pulled into her storm, he anchors her through it. He doesn't try to fix her, he sees her fully, fiercely, clearly, without trying to own any piece of her. And she can feel the difference between a man who wants to possess her and a man who simply holds his own space so powerfully that she chooses to come closer. There is nothing more attractive than a man who can be fully present with a woman's intensity and still hold his center. Not threatened, not reactive, not withdrawn, just grounded. That's when she begins to trust you, not because you're soft or passive, but because your strength doesn't need to overpower hers. Masculine polarity says, I'm not here to control you. I'm here to stand beside you as a man who doesn't abandon himself. And that pulls her in deeper than any performance or pursuit ever could. Let's be real, the fastest way to lose a woman's respect is to abandon your values just to win her attention. And the fastest way to ignite her attraction is to show her you won't. You see, a man with standards, real standards, doesn't adjust his core to accommodate approval. He doesn't say yes when his soul says no. He doesn't betray his boundaries to avoid disappointing her. And he damn sure doesn't apologize for having a spine, because a woman will test your edges, not out of malice but out of instinct. She wants to know, can you hold yourself when I push you? Will you stand firm when I shift emotionally? Are you consistent, even when I'm not, and when you don't flinch, when you don't backpedal, negotiate your truth, or slip into people-pleasing? She feels it. She respects it. She relaxes into it. Because deep down, every feminine core is drawn to a man whose principles are non-negotiable. A man who holds the line, not to dominate her, but to stay loyal to himself. And this isn't about being rigid. It's not about being cold, harsh, or controlling. It's about knowing what you allow and what you never will. It's about making decisions from alignment, not desperation, and it's about staying rooted in who you are, even when that risks losing who she pretends to be. Because here's the truth. Every time you bend your boundaries to keep her around, you silently teach her that your value is conditional. But when you remain unmoved by manipulation, seduction, or approval seeking, you teach her something far more powerful, that your validation doesn't come from her acceptance. It comes from your alignment.